Good morning, students. I am Santram from Shiksha Bharati Senior Secondary School. You are again most welcome in this class of class 12, poetry section and poem number 2. As I have already told you that today this is your class of poem number 2 in first book, Flamingo. What is the title of poem number 2? Look here everyone. An elementary school classroom in a slum. The title of second poem is An elementary school classroom in a slum. This is the second poem. If you have the book, please open it and look at the first stanza. Stanza number 1. The poem has been composed by a very versatile poet, Stephen Spender, one of the greatest poet as well as a good short story writer of British. In this poem, An elementary school classroom in a slum, the poet visits a school and he looks the condition of children in that school, in the classroom. First, clear the theme of the poem, that what is the meaning of the title actually. Elementary means primary. This is a primary school. Classroom in a slum. Slum हम कहते हैं जो झोपड़पट्टी होती है या जो झोपड़ियां पड़ी होती हैं, that is called slum. So actually, is the classroom running in the slum or it is the imagination of the poet? In the very first stanza, you will come to know that what is the condition of the children, why the poet calls that primary school a slum. Look here everyone, as I have mentioned the first stanza on the board as well. If you have the book, look at, and if you don't have the book, now look at the screen. The lines are clearly written on the screen. The poet says, far, far from gusty waves. Far, far from gusty waves. Actually, where is the classroom? Where are these children? What is the condition of the classroom and what kinds of circumstances there? So, far, far from gusty waves. Gusty waves means wind. Actually, the school is situated at a place where there is no proper light, there is no good atmosphere, there is no fresh air for these children. These children's faces in such a classroom, the poet looks the faces of the children. Where are the children? The children are in such a classroom where there is no proper light, there is no fresh air, there is no good atmosphere. In such a classroom, these children are sitting, and the poet looks at the faces of each and everyone. Clear? So, far means distance, a long distance, बहुत दूर. A place which is far away from the city life, from the education, from the light of knowledge, from the light of wisdom. This is the place where these children are studying now. Like rootless weeds, the hair torn around their collar. What is the meaning? When the poet looks at the children, who are studying in a classroom slum, so how do these children look? Like rootless weeds. Rootless means there is no solid foundation. for their future. It can be simplified in a very simple manner that the future of these children is in the darkness. There is no light of knowledge. They are studying in such a classroom which is dim. There is a darkness. What kind of darkness in the classroom? The darkness of knowledge. If there is no knowledge, if there is no study, so what is the light? Where is the light? So the poet looks at the faces of these children and then he looks like rootless. The poet feels that actually the future of these children are in the darkness. The hair torn around their collar, the students who are sitting in the classroom, they have dirty clothes, they do not have the proper hairstyle, they do not have proper books. Actually they are in the ragged. Ragged means जो फटे पुराने कपड़े होते हैं उनको पहने हुए वो बच्चे उस क्लासरूम स्लम के अंदर बैठे हुए। Their the hair, बाल जो है उन बच्चों के torn around their collar. Collar means face. Here the word collar it means faces. Face जो चेहरा है उन बच्चों का, जो पूरा का पूरा फेस उनका दिखाई दे रहा है, बाल उनके क्या है बिखरे हुए हैं, scattered. It shows that actually the children do not have proper hairstyle, the children do not have good clothes, and they are sitting in the classroom which is full of darkness. And remember the darkness of knowledge. The tall girl with her weighed down head, the paper skimming boy. The poet particularly observes one or two students. For example, he observes a girl, the tall girl. In the classroom, a tall girl, एक लंबी लड़की है, प्राइमरी स्कूल है, इट मे बी कि उसकी हाइट थोड़ी सी ज्यादा होगी और पोएट ने उसको जो है ऑब्जर्व किया. She is also sitting in the same classroom. So the tall girl with her weighed down head. The girl seems to be tall and sitting in the same classroom by downing her head. बैठी थी ये लड़की लेकिन उसने अपने हेड को जो है डाउन किया हुआ है. She is not studying. She has lost somewhere in the imagination. This is the condition of the classroom. This is the condition of the children in that classroom. The paper skimming boy. Paper skimming means thin. जिसको हम दुबला पतला, वीक, कमजोर, thin, patla. So a boy is also sitting in the same classroom and he is very thin, like paper, हल्का, light. जैसे पेपर होता है बहुत हल्का होता है, उसी के समान वो लड़का जो क्लासरूम के अंदर बैठा हुआ है, he is so big like a paper. उसके समान बैठा हुआ है वो क्लासरूम के अंदर. With rat's eyes. Rat's eyes means छोटी छोटी आंखें, स्मॉल आईज. छोटे बच्चे हैं, प्राइमरी स्कूल है और जब कोई उनको ऑब्जर्व कर रहा है, सामने से देख रहा है, तो देयर इज अ लाइट इन देयर आईज बिकॉज दे हैव सम ड्रीम्स बट देयर इज नोबडी टू फुलफिल दोज ड्रीम्स. So the poet looks at the boy with rat's eyes. Small eyes, बड़ी ब्यूटीफुल आईज है उसकी, छोटी छोटी उसकी आंखें दिखाई दे रही हैं, दुबला पतला लड़का है और उस क्लासरूम के अंदर वो भी जो है बैठा हुआ है. Actually there are number of students in the classroom, but the poet points out one or two names, and as the poet describes the condition of these children, other children are in the same condition. ये सब वैसे ही है जिस तरह से पोएट जो है इसको डिस्क्राइब करता है. द स्टंट अनलकी हेयर, उत्तराधिकारी. और ये ऐसे बच्चे हैं, ये ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, ये ऐसे लड़कियां बैठी हुई क्लास के अंदर हैं, या जिस लड़के की वो बात कर रहा है जो पेपर स्कीमिंग बॉय है, ये एक अनलकी हेयर का मतलब उत्तराधिकारी, यानी कि जो चीज उसके पास है वो उसको विरासत में मिली। व्हाट डू यू मीन? इट मीन्स कि जो उसके पेरेंट्स थे वो भी इसी कंडीशंस में रहते थे। सो एज देयर पेरेंट्स lived in the same condition, these children are also living at present time. This is the present of these children and this was the past for their parents. ये उनके लिए पास्ट था, तो उसको ये सारी की सारी चीजें जो है वो अल्लाह की एयर एक विरासत में उसको मिली है और उसी चीज को वह आगे जो है कंटिन्यू फॉलो कर रहा है। Of twisted bones reciting a father's garland disease. Twisted bones, हड्डियां उसकी दिखाई दे रही है, बहुत कमजोर है, बहुत ज्यादा वीक है, and the bones can be seen clearly, उसको हम देख सकते हैं। Reciting father's garland disease, और जो उसके फादर को डिसीजेस थी, जो प्रॉब्लम्स उसके फादर को थी, the boy is reciting का मतलब रिपीटिंग, बार बार उसी चीज को वह जो है रिपीट कर रहा है। His lessons from his desk at back of the dim class, and the boy who is sitting in the classroom, sitting at the last desk, back side, and the classroom is dim. This is very important thing that the poet again and again points out that the classroom is dim. Dim means darkness, where there is no light. And again I am repeating that the classroom is dark, but because of the knowledge. Because there is no light of knowledge in the classroom, that's why the poet refers classroom as dark. One unnoted, sweet and young. Unnoted, जिस लड़के की तरफ ध्यान जो है शायद ही किसी का नहीं गया होगा। He is unnoted in the classroom and sweet and charming face he has. His eyes live in a dream. When the poet looks at the eyes of the boy, he feels that the boy is lost somewhere in his dreams. ड्रीम्स देख रहा है, अच्छे ड्रीम्स में अपने खोया होगा, खुली आंखों से सपना देख रहा है वो, लेकिन क्या उसके ड्रीम्स फुलफिल हो सकते हैं? So he is living in a dream of squirrels game in the tree room other than this. स्क्वायरल गिलहरी को कहा जाता है, पेड़ के ऊपर दौड़ती रहती है, भागती रहती है, एक्टिव होती है, काफी चंचलता उसके अंदर पाई जाती है। So the same condition of these children are in this classroom. They have also dreams like squirrels. They want to play some games, squirrels games. They want to play. But the classroom is dim and there is no knowledge of wisdom. There is no light of wisdom. There is no light of knowledge in the classroom. So in the first stanza, the poet gives a description of the children who are sitting in the classroom. एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है, how does the poet describe the children in the poem An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum? So you will give the description of these children, that how the children are sitting in the classroom, what actually they are doing.